Automatrics MTrack theft recovery operation. It's Friday the 3rd of May 2019. So we received a motion alert at 6 o'clock this morning from a customer who owns a BMW 1200 GS motorcycle. It's quite a nice motorcycle, only a year old or just brand new really. Probably worth about £12,000, £13,000. We sent the message to the customer. He told us to reset the alarms. We reset the alarm, but the alarm came back in again, and we sent a text to him to confirm the bike was okay, which he immediately replied back the bike had been stolen. The Automatrics MTrack is reporting a sales site in Tower Hamlets, which is just north of the Thames, probably about an hour and a half from our location in Southampton. So we've headed up this morning, and it's just about 9 o'clock, and we're around about 10 miles from that location. So in talking to the customer this morning, he's got some CCTV footage from the apartments. It's a secure building, and apparently the roller door that the bike was hidden behind was prized open. Someone took the bike out of the door and then pushed it up a ramp into the back of a van. That's a 250 kilogram motorcycle, so it's going to take a bit of effort. So it could still be inside that van because there's no GPS come through at all from the unit while it was being stolen. The other option, of course, is it could just be in an underground car park, or we're close to walls, under a cover. Tower Hamlets police have got our radio finding equipment, but it's a case of getting that to the right police officer at the right time. We're not sure if the police will get there before us or if we're going to get there before the police. At the moment, we're only 11, 12 miles away, so at the moment I think we might get there first. We'll have to pull over and put the roof antenna on. We can home in on it, see if it's a secure situation, and then if the police need to come, obviously informing the customer as we go. Definitely go and stop at this location, double red lines. Right. So the roof antenna's on the car. I can pick up the RF, I've just got it in the background. Closing in now. Right, so this looks like a pretty good location, got a nice strong signal. Just turn the signal down. It's a bit louder there. We're just keeping our eyes peeled here. There's a bike there, but that's a scooter, that's not it. Okay, so there are some lockups here, the blue door there. There is, okay, so there is another, there's a bike under a cover there. It's got a top box, so that looks the right shape. And definitely the signal's going away. Pretty sure it's under that cover. So we're just going to some sort of covert mode at the moment and then give the police a call. Because it's under the cover, I'm going to have to lift up the cover to check the registration number, but from looking at the shape, I've seen a photograph of this bike. It's got a top box on the back, so it's all the right shape and everything. It's like a balcony that's covering the GPS in the corner there, so that's why we didn't get the GPS. It's all covered up. It's the right bike. Make sure no one's coming out those stairs there. All looks quiet. So we just need to check this registration. 218. Nice cover. Okay, so lifted the cover up and I've confirmed the registration is the right registration, so it's definitely the bike. We need the police here to tell them it's been recovered, obviously, and help us, but also take it off the police national computer, PNC. Otherwise, if the customer arrives at home, then he could get pulled over for riding a stolen bike.
Prescription, please. What's your emergency?
So it's theft recovery of a stolen motorcycle. I'm a tracking company and I've got the motorcycle location. I need police support.
What is the location, please?
It's parked up alongside a building called Ring House.
Ringhouse, Twine Court, Shadwell,
Yeah.
E1. Yeah.
We're the tracking company, Automatrics Limited. So we're a police-approved tracking company, secured by design.
I'll just let them know you're there now.
Literally, if we've got police support, I can get the customer to come and collect this bike, and it'll all be wrapped up pretty quick. Yeah, last time I was at this location, they came back and stole it for a second time while I was waiting. So if there is someone close, we can just secure it and get clear as soon as possible. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely your bike under this cover. I've checked the registration.
Okay.
I've called it into the police as well, so obviously they need to know that it's been located. We do need to take the whole cover off and make sure there's no other damage. Did you see on the CCTV? Was it locked up? Did they just break the locks, or was it not locked?
Yeah, it broke the steering lock.
Broke the steering lock.
So yeah, I don't. That's potentially the only damage that I know of.
We give it half an hour.
Yep.
Hopefully they'll be here within half an hour. It don't look too bad round there, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? So we just need.
Yeah, exactly. I would rather err on the side of caution.
Unless you want to turn up with 6 of your mates, I suggest that's what we do.
Well, I might. Because I'm a diplomat, and so I might have the ability possibly to pull out some diplomatic police. I don't know. I might ask around.
Yeah. Well,
I doubt they'll give it off. But
well, we have quite a good relationship with Tower Hamlets, so I'll if they don't turn up quickly, I'll make some calls to people I know anyway. So see if we can get me here earlier.
Cool.
Right. So I've managed to find a parking space where I can see the bike, just to keep an eye on it, but doesn't mean to say it's secure yet, so we still need the police to come. It's been about 25 minutes since we called them, so it could be a bit of a wait. No updates so far. The other option we've got is to maybe get some more resource to this location and then wheel it away from here to a safer area and then get the customer to collect it from a different location. That's another option that we might have to look at if the police don't come soon, but might need to make a few phone calls as well. Yeah. Thought you were the bandits in, coming back. Yeah. Nice disguise. Behind you. So police have turned up in an unmarked vehicle. I just checked the index. I haven't checked if there's any damage or anything on it.
Okay. So this is it, yeah?
Yeah, that's the right registration. Yeah. Doubt that's his cover, but it might be.
So is it your bike or?
No, that's a customer's bike.
Right.
So we provide the tracking services.
Gotcha. When was it taken?
This morning at 6 o'clock. They've got CCTV footage of it prising a roller door open at a private residence, taking it out and then pushing it up a ramp into the back of a van.
And where's that from?
Local. I'm not sure I haven't got the address written down, but it's literally a mile and a half, 2 miles away, maybe. Do you want him to bring his vehicle registration documents with him, or no?
No, if he's
No,
got the keys,
no, it's all right. As long as you've got the keys and you turn up, then you should be able to take it away, yeah?
Righto. Well, I'll get up there as quick as I can. I'll probably just jump in a taxi or an Uber or something.
Yeah. And just, if you want, just call me when you get out of the cab, and then I'll step out, all right?
Excellent. All right.
All right,
Thanks
see you
very
soon.
much.
Bye.
Yeah, I think someone's either disconnected the battery or something. I think something's been disconnected. Because we live in rear street.
Well, they might do that to sort of wait for a wired device. This is a battery tracker in here, so it's not wired. So we didn't get very good. Well, we didn't get a GPS because of the location, but this has also got a radio beacon, which I picked up on the car antenna and then came round here.
Awesome.
What borough do you work out of?
Tower Hamlets.
Tower Hamlets. All right, yeah, they know us. No, it's not the tracker, it's Automatrix kit. So the tracker unit's a VHF.
Right. Oh,
So
okay.
this is a different system.
Oh, okay.
So it's got an actual digital handheld. So you get it in the car and then you come out with it with a handheld, and you can find it in buildings or in sheds and stuff like that. It's a lot more accurate. But we did sort of donate a set of kit to Tower Hamlets.
Yeah, okay. These 1200s are. It's more common that they're going. I don't really know why, to be honest. Because normally it's been like the mopeds and
Yeah, it's more professional then, isn't it? So it's probably going up sort of maybe for the, because they're a touring bike, aren't they? So they can be used.
So unless they're going abroad.
Yeah, you know, you can be using them in Croatia, South. You can use them anywhere, South America, wherever, can't you?
It's probably just been parked here as a sort of testable to see if it's got any trackers on it.
Oh yeah, that looks brand new, doesn't it? Virtually. Yeah. So what is that? A 12 grand bike or?
About, I'd say probably more 15 grand.
15 grand.
15, 16 grand, maybe a bit more.
So what can be done? That's the thing, isn't it? What can be done?
So, in terms of forensic opportunities, very little.
No, exactly. Yeah, and this is
blood.
blood.
They probably wore gloves.
Yeah.
But even if they didn't, getting prints off that would be quite difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, in a public space, so you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think it's been targeted because it's obviously in a private apartment, someone's eyeballed it, found out where it is, prized open the roller door? You know what I mean? It's a lot of effort to go to, isn't it?
I only took this one bike.
Yeah.
The thing is, like I say, these bikes recently have been going a lot more, so...
There's an order for them.
Looks like they might have disconnected the battery, so hopefully we can reconnect that, get the bike started. Otherwise we're going to have to arrange a recovery for this customer. But yeah, what can be done? It's just parked up on public areas. There's no one they can... I suppose they could knock a few doors. I might be asking them to knock a few doors and see if they can, you know, 6:15 this morning, did anyone notice that bike being pulled up? I mean, they haven't bothered knocking any doors. But yeah, I don't know. They just lack a bit of enthusiasm, I think, sometimes.
Oh, I guess you're gonna have to. Yeah, got no screws to actually pop them down with.
I was going to say, why don't you try and undo maybe one screw for another component?
Yeah, that's an idea. To see if it fits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Sitting on it.
Yeah.
Where's the closest BMW to here?
Battersea.
Oh, right.
So not too far.
No. I mean, it's not ideal, but yeah, they're alright.
That's all right.
That's alright. Yeah, well, let's see if we get some juice, shall we?
Try.
It's not a gear or anything, is it? It sounds like it's trying to engage that lock.
So we're heading back to Southampton now. That motorcycle's been recovered. It's just unfortunate we couldn't get that bike started because the steering lock was damaged, and the steering lock is electrical, so it needs to be released before you can get the ignition on. That wasn't possible, so we definitely had to have it recovered in the end. So where that bike was placed underneath the balcony, obviously that was blocking the GPS. As soon as we pulled it out a couple of meters, we got the GPS through. You know, just hiding underneath that balcony area has obstructed the view and would obstruct a normal GPS tracker. But of course, we've got the radio. That's helped us locate the bike, and the customer's really happy. So yeah, we were talking about insurance, and the customer was looking at possibly claiming as insurance. I've tried to sort of advise him, don't do that, because that will cause a problem for him later in terms of the vehicle being allocated as stolen recovered, and then it will lose value. So a 15 grand motorcycle like that could drop, you know, £3,000 or £4,000 because it's stolen recovered. Just takes the value of the bike away, and that will stay with the bike's history for life. So that's not good. So basically recommended, if you can get the bike fixed for less than sort of £500, don't go the route of claiming on your insurance. We've covered the cost for the recovery. That's all part of our service, so he doesn't need to worry about that. That was £140. We take up to £200 to recover a stolen asset back to a compound or a garage in this case. Interesting enough, they hadn't opened the seat lock, but they managed to smash through from underneath. So they'd actually, you could see underneath, they used a hammer, and I think this was on the CCTV footage as well. They used a hammer to smash up through and then use some sort of mechanism to unhook and get the saddle up. You could always reinforce that area. That's what I'd say. Maybe just put an aluminium sort of plate just where the mudguard is, where it goes up under the seat, and then that will stop them from smashing in there. Quite a safe area around there at the end, and we had some local support from some of the residents who actually came out and showed us some CCTV footage, trying to help us to identify. Even though the police didn't really ask the residents, we had local residents come up to us and offer us some CCTV footage, which was good, and they were very helpful. So big thanks to them. Big thanks to Daniel for collecting the bike, and hopefully it'll be quiet for the rest of the weekend, but we'll see what happens. Automatrics MTrack, cracking.